the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And All-Star Weekend approaching, always a big stage, but how desirable is it today for players to be in a big market? Kenny, do you think that aspect is as important as it used to be?
No. When Miami Heat won the NBA championship, small market team, they're about 29th market. You know, San Antonio Spurs win the NBA champions, small market team, below 30 in terms of U.S. cities. So no, you just have to have guys want to be on good teams, great teams. That's more memorable than being in a place that has late night dining.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Kenny, but the big markets still have an attraction. Bright lights and that star power can help boost your profile and earning potential as a player.
How about Kevin Durant, OKC?
No question.
I mean, that's
They've
another
been to the
example.
NBA Finals. No question. Another example. It doesn't hurt, man. If you have a great team, people know who you are.
Late night dining, huh? That's the barometer of big cities.
Yeah,
late night
dining. Say, hey, go to Sacramento. See what time you can get a meal.
Hopefully this game a feast for the viewers as we turn it over to Kevin Harlan.
It's game time in Denver as the crowd is filing in the Pepsi Center, looking to cheer on the Nuggets. Last outing for Orlando, the loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Orlando, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Fournier out there with Payton, and it's Freak in at the 3 slot. Now here's Moutier, feeds it to Fareed. Passes to Gallinari. Off the pick. Good.
And they are on the board first.
Trying to set the tone here early. I like that.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to Los Angeles.
Yeah, and the foul trouble coming down the stretch. You know, they didn't have the guys on the floor you'd like to have out there, nor could they be as aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and because of the foul trouble, they really didn't want to incur more foul trouble, so they backed off and became passive, and that's no way to play defense.
Now here's Payton. Dishes it to Freak. Just 5 on the clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here are the Nuggets now. Gallinari passes to Moutier. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Fareed. So here's Gallinari. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers.
Boy, was he physical, in that game. Just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
And here is Payton. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Now here's Freak. Gallinari covering. Right wing. There's the pick. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. He got right to the cup using that screen.
The defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. Come on now. He doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Out to the right wing. Payton outside. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Over the last few weeks, let's see how the Nuggets have performed. 7th in fewest turnovers per game, 8th in scoring. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
And call me crazy, but I really believe turnovers are one of those game-changing stats. Their ability to avoid those miscues and make the right play consistently has been tremendously important. Well, Merry Christmas. That was a freebie.
A slow start here for Orlando in this one. Trailing by 5. And there's the feed to Vucevic. Payton kicks to Fournier. And there's the pass to Gordon. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Off the screen. Can't get it to go. And Denver the other way now. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with a road win.
Payton dishes to Freak. Payton passes to Fournier. Freak kicks to Gordon. Inside, here's Freak. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Freak's got his first basket of the night.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Fareed, a screen on Payton. Here's Moutier. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Nuggets shooting their first shots of the night from a charity stripe.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Jennings. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Moutier out there with Will Barton, and it's Laverne in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder was superb. He dropped in 15 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. It'd be awfully difficult to top that last game. That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Moutier dishes to Fareed. Barton in the corner. There's a good screen. Over in the corner, Moutier. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Now here's Chandler. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Kicks it to Freak, puts it up, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
For Denver, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Fournier is checked in for Orlando. Elfrid Payton comes in for Brandon Jennings. He hits the second from the line. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Orlando's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Fournier passes to Freak. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Freak, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Take a look at the performance in this one for Freak. He's got 8 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Moutier dishes to Fareed. The layup missed.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And it's Vucevic missing. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Harris passes to Jokic. And Gallinari kicks to Fareed. Shoots from 12. Can't get it to go. And Orlando will come the other way. Here's Freak. Misses off the left iron.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Now, here is Gallinari. 7 points in the game. And the foul called on Freak. That's his third foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kenneth Fareed, and it's Williams in for Moutier. Here's Harris. Williams dishes to Nurkic. Here's Gallinari. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. They set the pick. Payton drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Payton's got the lead up to 1 now for Orlando.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Now here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Clock is at 3. From deep, Gallinari. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Payton with the ball. The dish now to Freak. Pass to Drew. He feeds it to Fournier. Freak kicks to Payton. They set the pick. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
The Magic making a switch here. Hezonja's checked in. Second free throw. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Magic lead by 4. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Nick, how well do you think this team is executing both the offensive and defensive strategy?
I think mainly on offense, we're finding open looks and we're knocking them down. So we just got to keep doing that. I think on defense, and then we're doing a pretty good job. But I think we've been playing pretty well so far.
Not a bad job at all, Nick. We appreciate it. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. I'll start with what's been a solid offensive effort for us. We're shooting the ball well because we're not trying to do too much. If the shot hasn't been there, you guys haven't forced it. Good work. But we did get a nice lift off the bench in that half. I might want to stay with some of those hot hands, so everybody be ready. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. If we go out there and show the killer instinct I know we have, this is not a team that can stay with us. Let's up that intensity.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Yeah, you just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Fournier out there with Payton, and it's Freak in at the 3. Now here's Moutier. Now Gallinari. And it's Gallinari again missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. For Orlando, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Free throw good. Freak. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now, here is Gallinari. He's got 12. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
To the paint. Here's Freak. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And now it's an 11-point Magic lead.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Here's Moutier. And it's blocked by Gordon.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Payton against Harris. He kicks it to Gallinari. Will it go? The Nuggets with another miss.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Shoots from the baseline, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Now here's Moutier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. He dishes it to Harris. Over in the corner, Moutier. Shot clock at 6. And another miss by Denver.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
The Magic have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Free throw good. Freak. The Nuggets making a switch here. Burns checked in. And a switch here also for Orlando. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Elfrid Payton. And both free throws good from Freak. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Moutier passes to Harris. Feeds it to Moutier. They need this one. And he hits the jump shot. Here is Jennings. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Passes to Freak. Dishes it to Gordon. Jennings kicks to Freak. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got his 3rd assist on the night. The Nuggets trail by 15. Let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. Freak, 3rd.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletic. Just seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
And here are the Nuggets now. The Magic getting the bucket. Moutier dishes to Barton. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
That one is off. A different look for Denver. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Fareed, and it's Williams in for Moutier. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Orlando. And the second free throw, good. And here's Jennings, looking for his first basket still in this one. Hickson a screen. Jennings with the ball. Williams picks him up. Not freed up. Nice work off the pick. And it's now 23 points for Freak.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now, here's Nurkic. He averages about 5 points a game. Here's Barton, guarded by Oladipo. And he gets it to go. Barton's got 8. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 17-5 run. Oladipo outside. Down low. Here's Vucevic, and the layup falls. Vucevic has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Barton. He's got 8. Pass to Laverne. The feed now to Nurkic. The shot is off. Great D that time from Vucevic.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. That's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
The Nuggets trail by 20. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Barton, guarded by Oladipo. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Oladipo. For the finish, the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Magic out in front, running away with it. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Magic leading by 22. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Moutier out there with Harris. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Freak. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Farid setting the pick for Gallinari. The pass to Moutier. Clock at 6. Off target from 3-point range. Out to the right wing. Puts one up from 19. And that's good for 2. Azanya's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Magic. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And the basket by Harris.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
The drive by Vucevic. No good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. Moutier with the ball. They set the pick. Down low. Here's Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Fournier's checked in for Orlando. He's checked in for Moutier. And a change for the Magic. Freaks checked in. Now Peyton. Kicks to Freak. Launches a 3. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. That's good from Harris on the assist from Gallinari. 6 points for Gary Harris. Magic leading by 21. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Now, here is Gallinari. Pass to Jokic. No one near him. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Freak with it, picked up by Harris. Right side, Gordon, stolen by Fareed, and pushing it up. Here's Denver, here's Barton, and that one's good.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Payton drives in. Gordon, the pass to Freak. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Moutier's checked in. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Vucevic. Drew comes in for Aaron Gordon. Hezonja, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Jennings in for Payton. Moutier kicks to Fareed. The dish to Gallinari. Orlando grabs the miss. Drew's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Magic.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
The shot's good on the assist by Jennings.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Moutier dishes to Fareed to the wing right side. Fires, high post, connects, the jumper drops.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Jennings, and so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Nick, what can you point to as the team's primary strength for getting this win here tonight?
We were really good on defense, and then once we get stops, we're very good on offense. We got some easy ones, and we just kept grinding, you know. We never let it back in the game, and it felt good to get this one tonight.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.